I'm Corrie, this is my family, we live in this van, and this is my dream life. I retired my husband, pulled my daughter out of school, and now we're travelling around Europe for the next year. Well, when we're not trying to buy our forever farm in Ireland. This week we're breaking our no cities rule and heading somewhere exciting for a homeschool trip. Subscribe and join us for the dream life with new videos almost every Thursday. Hello my love, welcome back. You're joining me in Italy today. I'm actually in a country in the Balkans, more on that in coming videos. So we have this no cities rule on our van life adventure. We decided to break it today, and I'm going to tell you why we even created this rule in the first place in a bit. And you're going to spend 24 hours with us in this stunning Italian city. I'm laughing because you can hear lots of roosters crowing. Will we get to see everything we came to see in just one day? Will I find the perfect pistachio gelato? Let's find out. This is our glamorous park up for the night on the edge of the city. What? But it worked just fine for us. And this is a typical evening scene inside of the van. Okay, so we are breaking our no city rule today. We are coming into this city, see if you can guess where we are, for two main reasons. One of which is homeschool. So we're going to see some things that are tying in with, it's noisy because of being in the city, tying in with our like art, geography, history topics. So quite excited. So the other reason why I've been personally so keen to visit this particular city is because of a book I read last year called Still Life. I'll pop an image of it on the screen here. Highly recommend. It is set predominantly in Florence, and it was just so evocative of the city and its history and the richness of the art there. And it just, I don't know if this happens to you when you read a book, but it just took up like a place in my heart, and I knew I had to go there, and it did not disappoint. I love that you can just like come around a corner and see something like this just behind you, just beautiful things everywhere. Have you guessed where we are yet? Let me know in the comments. And also, wait until you see the last place that we went. If you've got kids and you find yourself in Florence, this is a must do. And I think even if you don't have kids, it's a pretty cool place. So we're not going into this one. Look at the queue behind me. It's like 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, and there's already this massive queue. This is the only trouble with where we are right now. We can't actually see one of the things we really wanted to see because we looked for tickets a few days ago and they were sold out for like the next 2-3 weeks, which is really disappointing. Okay, coffee acquired. On to the next spot. So we are sitting at the start of... Kidding me? It's got coffee on my shoulder. Just having my shoulder cleaned. No big deal. Still not exactly sure how you managed to get your iced latte on my shoulder. It's the straw's fault. Anyway, as I was saying, we are at the start of the Ponte Vecchio, but it's a bridge where the Medici used to travel across from their palace on this side over into the city in secret. We need to find out a little bit more about that. I've read about it before. I'm quite excited to go across. Very busy. Let's talk about this no cities rule. It's not necessarily a hard and fast rule as such, but you might have guessed already if you've watched any of our other travel videos while we've been van lifing here, that we're not really city folk. We tend to choose places and park ups in particular where there's less people, where it's a bit quieter, we're really about the nature. So we've just naturally gravitated away from the cities, but when we headed into Italy in particular, Italy is just full of interesting and culturally rich and historically interesting cities, and we thought we could end up spending a really significant chunk of time touring around them, but we actually decided to give most of the Italian cities a pass for now. We would rather go and do like a long weekend city break and just immerse ourselves fully in the city, stay centrally in the city, which can be kind of challenging. So we decided, do you know what, for van life we're going to focus largely outside of cities, but it was worth breaking the rule for this city because it is stunning. Literally everywhere you turn, beautiful things. Eye full of that. It's like a lot to take in. So I was just saying that the detail on it is so phenomenal and the scale of it is so vast. I'm actually a bit overwhelmed by it. Aww. Everywhere we go we find the horses, eh? Yeah. Right, we're going to do it. We're going to go up this tower and I think we're going to have a good view of the Duomo after.
Nee, dus op dat moment was Gies heel actueel.
Many steps. So, we're going up Giotto's bell tower.
Daddy, look. You can see my horses. Oh, cool. The one with the green carriage.
Homeschool.
It's a Sunday too.
Every day is a school day.
Every day is a school day.
1334, how crazy is that? And the most sovereign master to be found in the art of painting in this day.
She's not listening because she's looking at the horses.
It is considered the most eloquent example of 14th century Gothic architecture in Florence.
I mean, I would say it's eloquent, that's pretty cool.
Combining a strong vertical thrust with the principle of sound solidity.
Is that a strong what?
Vertical thrust.
Oh my goodness, it's literally a workout coming up all of those stairs. So, tip if you come here, our strategy was we only figured this out at the first level, but we figured it out quickly. Most people stop at every level on the way up, look around, so we stopped quickly on the first level, but then we've just hoofed it all the way to the top because it's nice and quiet here because we were quite early on in the queue. Because if you take your time coming up, there's going to be more and more people, so. What do you think? Good view? Yeah. What do you think?
Not bad.
break at this place that has a Banksy exhibition going on. So look at yours. Go away, you. It's not for you. We just found man of the hour, Leonardo da Vinci. We have a winner, officially the best pistachio gelato I had in our entire trip to Italy. So we're being those people, those tourists. We're in a horse and cart right now. Oh dear. Okay, so real talk about homeschool on the road. Sometimes, like this day in Florence, it is delightful and easy. This museum in particular brought so much of our topic to life, and she spent ages building self-supporting structures like you can see us doing here and learning about all manner of inventions, which have in turn fed into physics lessons and conversations we've had since. The world gets to be our classroom, which to me is such a cool aspect of van life as a family. We're often all learning together about the history, the culture, the traditions, and importantly the food of an area, and we get to provide a ton of context and richness to the learning experience for our daughter. And often when we're doing more ordinary schoolwork and it's structured, it's a struggle. I think that taking a child out of a regular education system and throwing them into homeschool is always going to be a challenge at first. It's taken us time to really figure out what works and what doesn't, and while we haven't put a ton of pressure on ourselves for it to be perfect and figured out from day one, I just like to keep it real here on this channel and say that the thing that I don't film, because it wouldn't be fair or fun for that matter, are the tougher times with homeschool, but they do happen.
Can you see the bridge? No. There. Now you can kind of see it. There. The second one.
In coming videos, I'm going to be answering some of your burning questions about what the heck do we do when we cook? How are we showering? What does it even look like inside of the van? How are we paying for this dream life and this year of travel? So make sure that you've subscribed so you don't miss out on any of those. And if there's a question in there that you're curious about, that I haven't mentioned, drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to wrap that into the content that I'm creating. Thank you for joining our homeschool trip to Florence. Next week, we discover the luxurious side of van life and reveal how we're paying for all this travel and our homestead dreams. Until then, go and live your dream life.